Hey guys, so you've finally been able to take photos where someone else is using your camera and you get a better image, but what about taking photos at night? This may be something for yourself, somebody new who just got a brand new camera. You always wonder, it seems a lot harder to take good photos at night. It's easier on your phone than it is on a regular camera. There's really three ways that you want to kind of think about adjusting for taking photos at night. And you can work on them individually, or you can combine the three together to put together the best setup to take the best photos at night. So the three main things that you want to consider are your aperture, your ISO, and you want to think about your shutter speed. And so to start with, your aperture, again, is what's going to dictate how much light gets to the sensor. A lens that has a lower aperture, such as this Viltrox 1.7, can allow a lot more light at its focal length. And so the more light you can take in, meaning that even when there's not as much light, you want to optimize it as best you can. So a lens that has a lower aperture is going to do better at night. So that's one consideration. The second part is the ISO. So ISO is pretty much the sensitivity to the light. Each camera has multiple adjustments for taking in the level of light sensitivity. Full frame cameras generally do better at higher ISOs where they don't start introducing grain. So full frame cameras tend to do better where they don't have as much distortion. Whereas like this is an APS-C type of camera, so smaller sensor. And generally the higher you get up, the more grain you're going to get with your image. So you can work hard to get more sensitivity at the higher ISO level, but you have to think about that you may be introducing grain, which can be artistic in some circumstances, but that's another way where you increase the ISO at night to adjust for and take a easier image at night. And the third way is the shutter speed. So pretty much the shutter speed is how long the shutter is going to remain open to allow the sensor to take in the image. So at night, obviously, when it's darker, less light, generally your camera is going to have a lower shutter speed so that it has more time to pick up light. The issue with that is that you can generally get a lot of blur with that, and so if you feel like your images are very shaky at night, that's typically because the shutter speed is so low that any type of movement you have will allow for it to pick up when you're taking the picture, and that's why it'll look blurry. You can compensate for that by either using a tripod or some kind of stand. You can compensate a little bit with having a camera with in-body stabilization to kind of compensate for some of that shakiness. But you also want to just think about combining the three factors of adjusting your ISO, adjusting your shutter speed, and adjusting your aperture to optimize and take the best image for what you're looking for at night. So those are the three that you want to adjust for and see if you can do better at taking photos at night. Okay? Peace. Oh, also, like and subscribe because I'm trying to grow this channel. Thank you.